Hello again, the bearded burbler from down there. Today we've come deep into the south, into what they call the Midlands, to have a look at the little town of Ross. And looking at this bridge, I would say it's going to be a pretty magnificent trip. Let's have a look and see what Ross has to show. Ross actually has a beautiful sandstone convict-built bridge dating back to 1835. Like many provincial towns, Ross has many churches, and they are magnificently built, like this Uniting Church in Ross. As you can see, the workmanship is incredible, and it is quite original, right down to the original gas lights. Then we come to the site of the Ross Female Factory, which was operating in the early 1800s. I'm actually standing on the site of the former female factory at Ross, which is just over halfway from Hobart to Launceston, so it's about an hour's drive from Launceston. All that remains today is the building behind me here. The buildings themselves that were on site were demolished over the years, and the female factory itself only operated for about 6.5 years, but you can actually sense the history here. All of this behind me is convict built. The main street of Ross has many heritage buildings, most of which date back to convict times, including the War Memorial and the tree-lined avenue that runs right through town, completely flanked by old buildings. And for those who might like to have a quick bite for lunch, you could always stop in at the wonderful Ross Village Bakery. Now, that's been serving bakery, or it's been a bakery since 1860. There is a wood-fired oven in there, and I can vouch for the fact that they still use it to this day. I'll show you a photo of that. But what a magnificent little township this is. Obviously, Tasmania is famous for convicts, and one of the convict heritage places is Brickenden near Longford. I'm standing in front of the church. This was actually provided by necessity to the convicts and was actually ministering to the convicts. This was a convict site. It's World Heritage listed, and it is incredible what is here. It is still a working farm property, but what a magnificent heritage it has. The barns themselves date back to convicts' times. They do have a very unusual design and were originally roofed in shingle, but this was changed in World War II with Italian prisoner of war labour to corrugated iron. All the outbuildings are still there and in original shape, including the main cottage, the main stable, and of course the church itself, which was to minister to the convicts. Well, there you have it, a little bit more that you can see within 2 hours of beautiful northern Launceston. A little bit of convict history, a little bit of mystery, a ghost, and some wonderful food. We'll see you next time in what we like to call the 2-hour circle. See you next time. And please don't forget to subscribe or hit the like button.